Go. Yeah, hold on, go.
Hello.
Hi,
Bye.
bye. I'll be out there in a second. I'm gonna start this live stream. God. Stop knocking stuff over.
I'm not. It fell.
Alright, go.
Yeah, me, you and me on it.
Alright. Alright. Hold on. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Elton. Welcome back to another video. So we're gonna do a 24-hour challenge today. Alright, thank you. We're gonna do a 24-hour. Oh, look a little down. We're gonna do a 24-hour challenge today, and in attic space that we created, there's no nails, anything dug into it. It's just plain wood on little bar sections. And so let's get straight into this. We're gonna go to the attic and give you a room tour. Hold on. The door is gonna be unlocked, so if we come in, we come in.
He's like, I don't care. I watch sports. Leave me alone.
We're gonna keep the door unlocked. Okay. Okay. I don't know. Cause we're stupid. Yeah, we're gonna shut this door.
Okay, you shut it. No, can I just toss these up there?
No, like actually go up there, because we don't want them to fall and bust. Remember, you got this side though.
Which side?
This side.
Okay.
Remember, that's probably more sturdy for you since you weigh 20 more pounds than me. Or no, 30 more pounds. I can't even move without slipping and falling. There's a ladder right here. Alright, come on, you're. Oh my god. God!
Oh, shit.
I got the tablet, don't worry.
Okay.
I won't drop it. Oh shit, I just dropped it. I'm just joking. Oh shit. I'm not up here yet, okay? I haven't got all the way up here. Alright, set it up like.
Hi.
Set it up like right here. Like right there.
Okay.
So we got chips for tonight, and then we got cereal for in the morning.
Okay, I'll go ahead and put on my tank top.
Alright, you can do that. Yeah, I'm just saying, you might want to put the tank top and the shirt on.
Why?
Because it might get cold tonight, like really cold. It's supposed
Yeah.
to be like, it's supposed to be like -2, I think.
Wow. Yeah. I never got that cold in Texas.
Actually, that does. It gets cold at nighttime a lot.
Sorry guys, I know you guys are basically seeing me put a shirt on with some shirts on.
Don't be sorry. You're okay.
I was outside. Well, I decided to be
So we
shirtless.
decided the rules are we have to stay in the garage, right? Not just up there.
Okay.
Or you want to stay up there alone?
I'll say we can go both down and up, because what if we need to take a piss?
That's what I'm saying, because if not, I'll bring a bucket up there. What do you want to say?
How about we just keep it up here? And then we put like the pissing area in the far corner.
On your side, or on your bed area, or on my bed area?
Yours.
Why mine?
I don't know.
So this has dirt inside of it, so...
Just empty it out.
No, that's dirt inside of it. That's good.
Okay.
So if we pee in it, like the dirt will...
Sorry guys, we weren't really all that ready. We've been up here. We started watching Power Rangers, and then things happened.
Oh yeah, that's the thing though, is we can't watch anything because I don't have my phone and we're recording.
I can multitask.
Yeah, but I don't know, and I don't want to try it. Stop me. Oh, where are we gonna put this?
It wouldn't stop.
Huh?
Won't stop. Hang on, guys. Real quick, I need to go tell my girlfriend something. Hey, it's just because why not?
Go ahead. I'm probably gonna eat those cereals all night. We'll put it right here if we need to pee.
Just
We'll
take
bring
it somewhere else.
Yeah, we'll bring it to our little corner section. Alright, this is my big bag. You want your backpack and your blanket?
Yeah.
Backpack, blanket. Is my other blanket over there? Oh, no, really not. So what else do you have in your backpack?
A charger and clothes.
And pencils.
Really? Oh, you're looking in that pocket.
No,
That's just colored.
I haven't looked in it. I just feel it. Alright, Tyler. I'm not getting up here just yet.
Okay.
I'm waiting for you to text your girlfriend so they can see. And we can just see the official starting time.
Hang on, guys. I'm about to say something weird. Channel. Channel. Okay, guys. Apparently, my tablet still wants to be gay, so I'm gonna try and spell channel as best as I can. I cannot spell for shit.
I need a pee, right? I'm good. Just joking, bro. We got cereal for in the morning.
Don't eat it all then.
No, we're not gonna eat it all right now. As soon as you wake me up, wake me up. I say, what time is it actually?
It is 7:53.
All right, so noon tomorrow is when we're allowed. Or no, you want to say 2 o'clock?
Yeah.
So 2 o'clock is when we're allowed. Oh, okay, so official start time is when I get up here. So point it. All right, I want to see you. All right, official starting time in 3, 2, 1. Official
Happy
starting.
New Year!
Official starting time is, what is the time right now? 7:53.
Okay.
It's 7:53, guys. It's the official start time. All right, Tyler, put that on your edge more because I have a smaller section. Yeah, it's supposed to be like, I think it was -2, but I'm not positive.
Okay. Okay, I'm kind of glad that didn't fall
You're
down.
sitting on my pillow. It's my pillow. Thank you. Pillow. Here's my damn pillow. Give me my damn pillow. We could play whatchamacallit, Monopoly. Oh, I feel bad for you.
What?
You have to cover up and lay on this blanket.
Yeah. Let's go steal a blanket. And then again, I'm fine sleeping on wood.
Oh my god. I just pulled that out of my pillow.
Wow.
It was like that deep.
Hey, at least it didn't stab you in the butt.
Sure. Put this up.
And guys, if you guys want to, you can go into the chat. We all seeing it.
Alright. Can you get on your side of the bed?
Wait, bed? Don't you mean boards?
Your side of the board is like right here and over. Yeah, like right here.
No, I'm not on the camera.
Oh yeah, true. Alright, we're gonna move it over a little bit.
Okay, there.
Alright, so we see this is the border right here, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, because you have the light side, I have the back side, not the races, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna scoot over then, I guess. The ladder's over there. You know what? I think we should throw the ladder down. Then they'll know, like...
Yeah, because like if somebody breaks in, then the ladder will alert us. Sorry guys, we've been hearing a lot of weird shit from whenever we've been staying up here. And we have a window that won't shut, I think. So we're going to go ahead and throw the ladder down so we cannot get down. And if anybody does come up here, they cannot... Well, it gives us a warning. That's why.
God, that was loud.
Yeah. Now you guys can see how much we'll hear as much as we get a warning. Good lucky.
You got the bigger blanket. Shut up. Yeah, you got the bigger blanket and sock pillow.
Right?
You have all the better stuff, and I have like multiple of the comforter stuff. God, what'd you? Oh God. This middle board's scaring the hell out of me.
So yeah, guys, it's gonna be a long night. What's fun is we don't have his phone, so we can't watch anything. Unless I decide to actually use the multi window on my tablet.
I feel like this could go up farther, cause like
Yeah.
I feel weird having my head just stick out.
Sorry, guys, we're kind of relocating it. It cannot be like that unless it's on the lamp. You think that's good?
Maybe like, cause I'm leaning back, so
Yeah.
and I can
Okay.
see. Let's see if I can.
Get down a little.
Oh,
Ah,
God.
fuck.
Sorry, guys.
Technical difficulties. There.
Why is it facing towards you? And it should be up a little bit more. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
That's a perfect angle. All right, here's some moving back. I'll lean back on it. All right, so we're gonna sit here for.
No, we are not gay. Do not put that in the comments.
We both have girlfriends.
Yeah. Legit, last time I did an overnight challenge at my house, I was with a different friend, Ryan, and the first thing that was in the comments, are you two gay?
No, that happened to us last time we were swimming.
Yeah, and that.
But that, like, we actually have insulation in this one. We have that window which might be cold. We closed everything. Unlike outside, there's like the.
Oh, that was good as fuck.
I know. It was like that was on my other YouTube channel actually.
So guys, we did do an overnight challenge in his playhouse, and it was gold.
Yeah, I think we're gonna save that for the summer.
Here?
I don't remember if I threw it.
Oh yeah.
We got Monopoly.
We have multi-window. Oh, what? Not that. I'm used to going to talk to my girlfriend.
So what, like YouTube?
Oh, fuck. Okay, good.
Why am I
Okay,
into your
let me
chips?
find Hello. Fuck. I have a couple movies downloaded on my tablet if you want to watch that. But apparently Hulu can't multi-window.
Let's watch YouTube.
Wait a second. I think it'll work. Give me a second, guys. Kind of glad that they cannot see what I've searched up.
No, just search it up. It's on the multi-window thing.
Yeah, but it won't allow me to open it because it's already open right there. Okay, guys, hopefully this works, and the audio out of my tablet does not you guys don't hear it.
Google. Just once.
Yeah, if I hit always, and it'd be like, oh, you gotta go in your settings now. Okay, and this time we will be signed into my channel on Google. Oh no, not that channel. Well, wrong account. Hit new channel, type box. There. Okay, now none of my weird shit is on here. 10 prisoners escapes that failed horribly. You wanna?
Plug it in.
No, I'm gonna watch this and see if it works. Okay, guys, so real quick, this is 10 prisoner escapes that failed horribly
Oh yeah, you might want to turn the volume up.
from Top Trendy.
Jails and prisons are
Okay,
built for security
this is
and staffed
probably,
by
you guys
people
are
who
probably
paid
gonna
to
hear
make sure
this,
you don't leave
just so
until
that we
they say
don't
so.
get
However, that
copyrighted.
doesn't stop people who possess none of the aforementioned qualities from taking their chances in the hopes of an early and unauthorized release. They're the ones who end up right back in the cell, with time slapped onto their sentences for their trouble. But at least they do us the service of providing a good laugh. These are prison escapes that failed horribly, attempted by people who really should have just stayed put.
Hang on, guys. Okay, hopefully my tablet is charging,
Logan
guys. It's
County,
at
Oklahoma
14%.
inmate Travion Barber made a daring
So, like,
but
you guys can
ill-advised
do this
attempt
with
to escape
Okay,
when he was allowed
ready?
to use an inmate bathroom that's actually private. Guards didn't think much of it when he was in the bathroom for quite some time, but a red flag or two was raised when he came out, as he was inexplicably covered in blood. Upon inspecting the bathroom, guards found several ceiling tiles had been dislodged, laying in pieces on the floor. Barber claimed that the ceiling simply collapsed on top of him while he was doing his business, and that he'd sustained his injuries while helpfully trying to repair the damage. But guards quickly formulated another theory, that Barber had stood on the sink to reach the 8-foot-high ceiling in a bid to crawl up inside and try to find a way out. Unfortunately for Barber, the ceiling was designed to prevent this very thing, as its framework was specifically built to be unable to support an adult's weight. His hopes of freedom came crashing down along with the rest of him, and he'll have to serve out his 2-year sentence for false impersonation, along with extra time he's likely to be slapped with for attempted escape and destruction of property.
Wow.
Oh, it's serious.
A pair of young crooks were having a bad day at their New Zealand court appearances in 2009. One had just been handed a 2-year sentence for assault, and the other was in court for a parole violation along with fresh charges of auto theft. The two were handcuffed together by chance while waiting, and when they saw a chance, they made a decision to make a break for it and figure out their handcuff situation later. However, they only got about 10 seconds to think it over. They stumbled and got pepper spray, but got up and continued to run. Then, with a court deputy chasing them and the pepper spray undoubtedly causing problems, the two failed to get themselves on the same side of a light pole that was in their path. One went one way, the other went another, and the two criminals wrapped around the pole and cartoonishly slammed into each other's faces. They stayed on the ground for longer than their brief flight lasted, and were eventually hauled to their feet and led back to their cells to await new escape charges. In 1989, drug kingpin Benjamin Barry Kramer was serving a life sentence at Metropolitan Correctional Center in Miami, one of the main prisons housing Florida's many major drug offenders in the 80s. This kingpin had apparently watched one too many episodes of Miami Vice because he attempted an escape method that nobody would ever expect to work outside of a TV show or Hollywood action movie. During yard time one morning, stunned inmates watched in disbelief as a helicopter lowered itself into the exercise yard, a yard that was designed specifically for escape risks, like those serving life sentences. Kramer grabbed onto one of its skis and was ready to board, but one of the chopper's propellers came into contact with the wire atop the yard's wall, and down it went in a dramatic crash. Both Kramer with a broken ankle and the pilot with much more serious injuries to his head, neck, and back had to be extracted from the wreckage by fire crews. Kramer's escape plan was foiled, but he did get to ride in a helicopter that day, along with his pilot, to the hospital. An unidentified man in Brazil had the misfortune not only of his escape attempt failing, but of looking really silly in the attempt and allowing the whole thing to be caught on video. The man was waiting in a holding cell to be booked on charges of robbing a jewelry store, something which he apparently wasn't really looking forward to. Rather than face justice, he opted to try the Winnie the Pooh method of exit by attempting to squeeze through a hole in a door that was obviously much too small for him. As if getting stuck in his precarious position weren't enough, he had stripped down to nothing but his purple underwear so that his clothes wouldn't get caught on the opening. Unfortunately, that just meant that his skin and bones got caught on the opening instead. After a long and painful struggle with chuckling firefighters wielding power tools, the man was eventually freed from his self-imposed trap, but not from jail. He'll probably be there for some time.
Okay, guys, that's just funny.
In another case of genius escape plotting out of Brazil, William Alves was working in the kitchen in a city jail in the country's northeastern region when he concocted a brilliant plan. He would simply crawl into one of the kitchen's trash containers, cover himself up with some food and scraps, and wait until the receptacle was picked up for disposal, as they were every day. It actually doesn't seem like that far-fetched a plan, but there was a slight problem. The trash receptacle in question was not on the large side. It was in fact just barely big enough to hold Alves. Even though he managed to squeeze himself all the way inside, which must have been next to impossible, there was barely enough room left over to cover himself up with anything. And even if that part of the plan had worked, it's ridiculous to think that maintenance staff wouldn't question why this medium-sized trash can mysteriously would weigh as much as a full-grown man. The ploy was quickly discovered and Alves was hauled back to his cell, presumably trying to play the whole thing off as a joke all the while.
He just would have ran as soon as they found him, or just been like, hi.
If there's a theme to this list, it's that Brazilian prisoners are fond of trying to escape incarceration using methods that are elaborate, silly, or bold. In the case of Ronaldo Silva, it's definitely bold. Silva was awaiting trial for drug trafficking when he instructed his wife to bring him several items during a visit. Some
Hey, how did the prisoner tries to go through the hole?
High heels, nail polish, makeup, and a wig. And that's when Silva put his plan into action. As you may have guessed, the burly would-be escapee shaved his arms and legs, did his nails and makeup, threw on the dress, wigs, and heels, and simply walked right out past the guards. Unbelievably, this part of the plan actually succeeded, but a sharp-eyed cop patrolling the street outside the prison noticed that this woman had an odd manner of walking, because for all of his attention to detail, Silva had not taken the time to teach himself to walk properly in heels. The cop
That would be
followed
me,
him to a
because
bus
whenever my
station where
cousin
accomplices
did
were
get me to
waiting
walk
to
in
pick him
heels,
up,
I
but
broke
he
my
never made it to
ankle.
the rendezvous. The cop managed to take him into custody and drag him back to jail. No pun intended.
Why you just put tennis shoes on, not heels?
In 2011, guards on duty at the Osceola County Jail in Florida were startled by a loud banging noise of indeterminate origin at around 4 o'clock one morning. After investigating all of the cells without finding the source of the noise, they checked the security cameras that looked in on the higher security inmates. One of those was Hector Luis Campos, and guards knew something was amiss when they noticed that Campos had covered up his camera with a sheet. They suspected an escape attempt, and they were almost right. Campos had apparently talked himself into believing he could become the Hulk, because he was busy literally punching away at the bricks of his cell. Pieces of brick, mortar, and paint were found on the floor and in the toilet, and Campos was sporting a battered and swollen right hand. It was a determined attempt to become the first inmate to ever punch his way to freedom, but the additional time that his escape charges will bring will probably hurt Campos even more than that hand.
For some reason, that would be me and Cameron. to just
Inmate
punch our way
Orville
through.
Morris turned up missing from Westville Correctional Facility in Indiana in May 2017.
He is
The
stupid.
working theory
Yeah.
was that he had gotten out in a truck, but guards
You
were
realize
busy
I'm
searching the
farsighted,
facility and
you're
its 100
nearsighted.
acres for any clues
I
as to how
know,
he
right?
might have
I'm
pulled off his
fucking
escape.
smart as a
While
bat
searching the
without
pallet
my
shop where he
contract.
worked, they came
Yeah,
upon
you see,
their
like,
first
you
real
go up like
evidence
this,
in the
like,
form of a
yeah,
strange
he is
noise
stupid.
coming from the ceiling above the shop.
Oh, no,
As it
without my
turned out,
contract, so I
Morris had
cannot
never
see
really
2 inches
escaped
from
at
my face
all.
or
He
further.
decided to make his attempt on a Friday, climbed up into the ceiling, and then apparently couldn't figure out what to do next. He sat perched among the building's ductwork for the entire weekend, while prison officials searched the grounds, but couldn't keep quiet while guards conducted their search of his work area. In prison since
Really has to be an
2014,
assassin if you don't
Morris
leave
had
a
been due
face.
for release in 2019,
Run a
but
haystack
thanks
and
to
you'll
his
be
long
fine.
weekend, he signed himself up for a more extended stay. In April
All right.
2017, at Virginia Henrico's Jail East, 2 inmates, one in jail for grand larceny, the other on meth charges, decided to put their escape plan into action after apparently plotting it for some time. They made detailed drawings of the jail's exterior and somehow managed to get into the exercise yard after lights out. They knew that motion detector lights would quickly alert guards to their presence, so they only had a limited amount of time to sprint across the yard, scale the security fence, and navigate the razor wire at the top using extra clothes as a buffer. The weak link in their bold plan was that both of these inmates were in terrible shape. Guards noted that it's apparent on the video that
That
the
would
run
be
across the
me,
yard took some of
and
the
not
wind out
you.
of them, and the climb up the tall fence sapped most of what strength they had left. By the time they found themselves dealing with the razor wire, all they managed to accomplish was cutting themselves up so badly that they knew the escape plot was a bust. Out of breath and bleeding profusely, the 2 simply sat down and waited to be caught.
For me, I would have just kept going.
An
Like, I
inmate at
made it
Sydney
this, so I
Australia's
might as well.
Silverwater
I'm out of
Correctional
breath. Who
Complex for
cares?
women wasn't so lucky as the previous pair in her confrontation with razor wire. The woman sized up the security fence at the maximum security facility, decided she could take it on, and attempted to make it over in broad daylight. However, not only did she fail to clear the razor wire at the top, she actually became stuck in it. It took hours for about 24 prison guards,
That would be
paramedics, a
Cameron.
fire and rescue team, and a cherry picker operator
this
to
is annoying,
extract the
like,
hapless
everything
woman
keeps
from
on
the
the
deadly
back
razor
section.
wire. She was treated for multiple cuts and lacerations, presumably slapped with an escape charge, and became an unwilling teacher of a lesson that all prison inmates should be taught on the first day. You won't beat the razor wire,
Yeah, I'm
so
gonna
it's
lay down
best
at
to
the
not
same
even
time.
consider it.
Here's the thing though, if I was in there with you, I would not let you.
God.
We'd become Hulk and punch our way out.
Like, just,
Okay, that is way better.
like, I'm sorry, like, you keep moving forward, so I keep leaning backwards, and it's annoying the hell out of me.
Yeah.
Ready? Lean down in 3, 2, 1, go.
Then I have a headrest.
Alright, just no, let it continue. God, you just, alright, this is fine. We'll just watch videos until,
Yeah.
you know, we might want to play Monopoly later, but
Just
who knows.
watch random videos till we pass out.
God, keep going forward.
You probably know of the customary ritual of granting a prisoner a last meal before their execution. These
This
vary
is
from country to
25
country,
strange last
especially
meals
depending on the
request
country's
on death
stance on
row.
capital punishment.
Yeah.
But in the United States, most states grant the meal request not right before execution, but a day or two beforehand under the euphemism special meal. While you can't always count on your request being granted, there have been some prisoners that have requested meals that are interesting enough to take a look at. You're watching Top Trending, and today we're taking a look at 25 distinctly
ask for
weird
12
last
bags
meal
of Takis.
requests.
Of course you will.
We're starting the list
Well,
off
I'd be
with
like,
an entry that's both kind of funny,
okay.
but
Well,
also
I don't
kind of
want a
sad
last
at the same
meal. I
time.
want to go see
David
some
Leon
people.
Woods wanted a birthday cake for his final meal. He wasn't executed on his birthday, but perhaps
Mm-hmm.
he just wanted to celebrate one last time. For number 24, we have Andrew Lackey. Andrew just requested a very interesting combination of food at his execution in 2013. Turkey bologna,
Okay, then,
french
Henry.
fries, and
All right,
grilled
and
cheese.
Harry
I don't see
cheesecake,
how the
that sounds
turkey
actually
bologna would
good.
go well with any of this, but hey, to each their own. Lackey was also the first
But
person
still,
to
it
be
would have to be
executed
an
in the state of
entire
Alabama
annoying
since
pie, or
2011.
just
Poor Alabama.
go say hi to
Doing so
everybody.
well,
God,
and
that's
God
like,
just
that's
ruined
like,
everything.
like,
At
I'm
number
down
23,
low,
we
because
have
this part
Asmal
up here,
Kassab.
he's like,
Kassab, who was
why is it
executed
like
in
that
India
from
for
the
being
way I'm
involved
laying?
in the 2008
Yeah.
terrorist attack in Mumbai, actually declined a last meal. But he's still worthy to be on this list because instead of giving him nothing, the prison just decided to give him a basket of tomatoes. He hated tomatoes. Who
Hey,
knows?
my cousin was there.
At
She
number
would love
22, we
that.
have Alton Coleman, a terrible person.
Your
Largely
girlfriend
because
probably
he's a
wouldn't
serial
miss
killer,
it, I
but
think.
also because
Yeah,
of his final
probably.
meal. It starts out innocent enough. Fried chicken breast, salad with French
happened to
dressing,
Katie?
sweet
It's actually
potato
all
pie
the
with
watchers
whipped
will
cream,
stream.
French fries, collard greens, onion rings, cornbread, broccoli with melted cheese, biscuits and gravy, and a cherry coke. But his main request was a well-done filet mignon smothered with mushrooms. Well done filet mignon. That should have been considered a crime too. Number 21, Christopher
Why
Brooks was a
not
simple
obey a
man with simple
steak?
wishes. All he
Just
wanted
give me
for
the
his
cow
final
and
meal
I'll
were 2
eat it.
peanut butter cups and a Dr. Pepper.
That
Sounds like a
would be
delicious meal.
beyond. Like, I want steak, okay? Just like
Number
you're
20, we have
eating a
Adolf
giant
Eichmann.
cow.
Eichmann was
If I
one of
just
the
think
major
about it, though,
organizers
I
of the
would
Holocaust
probably
and was
ask
executed in
for a
1962
cheeseburger,
in
a bag of
Israel.
coffee,
Declining a special meal, he
some
just
lemon
requested
pie,
a bottle of
and
caramel
some
red wine,
millionaire,
a popular
or
wine
some
brand in
millionaire
Israel.
pie.
With the normal prison
No,
food,
I
which
would ask
included
for my
cheese, bread,
aunt's
olives, and
lemon
tea.
pie.
Before his execution,
Oh,
he
it's
drank
fucking
half of
good.
the bottle, wanting to get drunk before the execution of his own.
Yeah, that sounds like
That would
Roger
be me.
Casey
I'll
makes
just
our
be
list at
walking and be
number
like,
19
hey,
for
what
his
are we
request.
doing now?
All
We
he
died,
requested for
okay.
his last meal was a communion wafer. Shortly before his execution, he converted to Catholicism and stated he wanted to go to my death with the body of my God as my last meal. Number 18 goes to Liddell Lee. Besides having a funny name, he's also likely the most recent case on this list, with his execution taking place in 2017. His
Wow,
request
that's
is
like
similar
a-
to
yeah.
Roger Casement's, as Liddell simply chose to receive Holy Communion as his last meal. Timothy McVeigh, who caused the Oklahoma City bombing in 1995 that killed over 150 people, requested 2 pints of mint chocolate chip ice cream as his final meal before his execution by lethal injection.
That'd be
That's a lot of
jolly.
ice cream. Maybe a bit too
Really?
much. And at number 16
I
spot
agree
is
with that.
Robert
But
Dale
Haley, you
Conklin.
can have
Robert
fun
is
with your
by far
blood.
the fanciest man on our list. His last meal consisted of filet mignon wrapped in bacon, deveined shrimp sautéed in garlic butter with lemon.
Okay, now I want some
Butter,
shrimp.
sour cream, chives, real
I'm
bacon
hungry
bits,
now.
corn on the cob, asparagus
Want
with
some
hollandaise
shrimp
sauce,
now.
French bread with butter, goat cheese, cantaloupe,
You're
apple
not
pie
Lucky
with vanilla
Charms.
bean ice cream, and an iced tea. Seems like he has great taste. Then again, he murdered a man using a screwdriver to the ear, and afterwards dissected the body and put the parts into a garbage can, so
Come
maybe he doesn't have the
on.
best taste.
Really?
Our number
Alright,
15
time to go
position goes
buy
to Thomas J.
100 pounds of
Grasso.
shrimp.
There are a few people
No,
on this list
no,
who are notable
no,
for requesting
no.
No, not
enormous
to give
amounts
to her
of
so we
food.
can
Thomas
eat.
J. Grasso is one of those.
Okay.
The double
I actually want
requested
shrimp now,
2
too,
dozen
so-
steamed
Do you
mussels,
like
2
salmon,
dozen
though,
steamed
Haley?
clams, half a dozen barbecued spare ribs, a Burger King double cheeseburger, 2 strawberry milkshakes, half a pumpkin pie with whipped cream, and diced strawberries.
Okay,
He
whipped
also
cream is
ordered a
terrible on
16-ounce
pumpkin
can of
pie.
spaghetti and meatballs.
It does
He
not
wanted to be
belong
served
on
at room
pumpkin pie.
temperature.
It belongs
However, he
on
complained in a
cherries
public
and
statement that he
strawberries.
had actually ordered
No,
spaghetti.
it belongs
just
just getting
normal
the thing
spaghetti.
mush.
I almost feel bad for the
Come
guy.
In your mouth.
Then again, maybe not.
You like seafood out of
Number
hot
14
He
on
said
this
no
list
to
goes to
that.
John Wayne
He said
Gacy.
no.
John Wayne Gacy was executed in
So that means if
1994
you
for
ever
murdering
do
and
something for
sexually
your
assaulting
anniversary,
33 young boys while
don't
dressed up as a
do
clown.
any,
His last meal wasn't as insane as him, but still a bit crazy. Fried shrimp, a bucket
Okay.
of KFC original recipe chicken, fries, and lastly,
Stop talking
a
about
pound of
fish.
strawberries. Yes, a pound. Strawberries.
Okay,
taste
I'm gonna go to my
different,
grandmother's
but
house. I don't give a
excessive
shit. I'm walking to New York.
plus. At number 13, we have Stephen
Alright,
Woods.
don't
Who
drown.
was executed in
Don't
2011
drown.
for the murder of a young
Really, that's
couple.
all you
His last
have?
request
I
was
said
quite a
don't
big one
jump.
as well.
You're
2
go
pounds
ahead,
of
jump
bacon,
down
a
and
large
don't
four-meat
drown.
Pizza, 4 fried chicken breasts, 2 drinks each of Mountain Dew, Pepsi, root beer, and sweet tea, 2
No, I
pints
won't
of ice
leave you.
cream, 5 chicken fried
Oh,
steaks,
wow,
2
but
I
hamburgers
didn't
with
leave
bacon,
him. Not
fries,
you,
and a
Haley.
dozen
Aw,
garlic
fuck you.
breadsticks with marinara
I've
on
been
the
dating
side.
for a day, and I've
At
been
number
your
12,
friend
we
for
have Peter
7,
J.
8 years
Manil.
now.
One of the
Fuck you.
largest death row inmate meals in
Technically not
history
a
was
day.
requested by Manil. He asked for
2
20
days.
beef
Fuck off,
tacos, 20 beef
Uh-uh.
enchiladas, 2 double cheeseburgers, a jalapeno pizza,
Alright,
fried
a
chicken,
year and 2
spaghetti,
days after.
fruit cake, half of a
Yes.
chocolate cake,
It doesn't
half
count,
of
no,
vanilla
broke up
cake,
last year,
cookies and
so
cream,
fuck you.
and caramel pecan fudge ice cream, 2 Cokes, 2 Pepsis, 2 root beers, and 2 glasses of orange juice. Sounds delicious, if excessive.
Now I want some orange
Lee
juice.
Ray Rector's last meal doesn't seem that strange. He asked for a steak, fried chicken, cherry Kool-Aid, and a slice of pecan pie. What's strange,
Okay, that'd
however,
be
is
me.
that he
Just
didn't
change the
eat
pecan to
pie.
lemon.
Instead, he told the prison that he was, quote, saving it for later. At number 10, we have Troy Davis, a man who may have been executed for a crime he didn't even commit. He didn't request a last meal. Allegedly, just
So
Oh,
what's that? You
you
try
like-
sleeping on a hard damn
Which is fairly ominous.
wood.
Yeah.
That's sturdy as
Our
hell,
number
but you
9
know.
goes to Steve
And if
Anderson.
you actually
Anderson's
sit up, by
request
the way, you
also
get
starts
impaled
out
by
normal, but
nails.
quickly takes a weird
No,
turn.
not really.
He
If you
ordered
stay in the
2
middle,
grilled
you'll
cheese
get
sandwiches,
impaled by
a
this
pint
one.
of cottage cheese, a
Okay.
homemade corn
Whatever.
mixture, a slice of peach pie, chocolate chip ice cream, and lastly, radishes. Lots of radishes. The guy just must have loved radishes.
God, my side hurts.
Our number
actually.
8
Who
is
the fuck
Gary
loves
Carl
radishes?
Simmons Jr. Gary is another
I love
person who
radishes.
simply ordered a giant amount of food.
I don't know, I've
One
never
pizza
had
Hut
radish.
deep dish pizza
Like,
with
I
double
have,
mushrooms,
they're
double
terrible.
onions, double jalapeno peppers, and double pepperoni. A second pizza with 3
Okay, now I
cheeses,
want
olives,
jalapenos.
bell
But
peppers,
I'm
I
gonna
want
go to my
onions
house and
now.
get
Italian
I love
sausage,
onions.
10 8-ounce
Onions.
packs each
I
of
love
Parmesan
onions,
cheese
too.
and ranch dressing, 8 ounces of jalapeno nacho cheese, 4 ounces of sliced jalapenos, 2 20-ounce cherry Cokes, 2 large strawberry shakes, 2 pints of strawberry strawberry ice cream, and one family-sized size bag of Doritos
Why do you
nacho
want
cheese
snake?
flavor. He actually
girlfriend
managed to
wants a
finish
snake as
half
well.
of the meal.
I want a python! One Diamondback rattlesnake.
Number
God, why
7,
does everybody
Ronnie Lee
like snake?
Gardner's meal may not sound
'Cause they
very
can
strange
kill
or
you.
crazy
I
at
hate
first.
snakes.
Steak, lobster tail,
But they
apple
can
pie
kill
with
you.
vanilla ice
Oh
cream.
my
all
God,
the
you're
way.
just pushing me out the damn bean
However, in
bag.
addition to
Yeah, I know.
food, he also asked for the
Stop
Lord of the
fucking-
Rings trilogy.
God,
He was even
I
allowed
gotta
to
stay
finish
in the
whole
frame at
trilogy
least.
before his execution.
Yo,
Nice
this is actually
rewarded.
weird. You can't see your
This
face.
was comfortable.
It
Number
actually
6 on
pretty
our
much
list
is.
is Victor
Just the
Figueroa.
bottom
This
part
is
is
a
my ass
luxurious
hurts.
one. Figueroa requested a single
Yeah, I
olive
know,
with
right?
pit
They are
still in
kinda
it.
cute.
Maybe he loved olives.
And they're
Maybe he had never
poisonous
tried
for
one
some
before.
of us.
Who knows the reason?
I know
What's
python
interesting
and
is that after his
diamondback
execution,
rattlesnakes
the
are.
olive pit was found in his suit pocket. According to some, the pit was actually buried with him. Number 5 is Odell Barnes. He's another criminal who didn't request a normal meal or even a joke meal to mess with the prison. Instead, he simply requested justice,
I am
equality, and
thinking.
world peace. A murderer advocating for world peace seems like a
See,
bit
I'm
of an
thinking.
oxymoron, though. Number 4 might be one of the most famous entries on this list. Lawrence Brewer, a white supremacist.
Sorry, I had to get the big bag right.
Murder of James Byrd Jr. in 1998. Probably
Yeah.
requested the biggest meal on this list.
I don't know
Two
why.
chicken
I'm
fried steaks
fucking
and
look,
sliced
but I'm
onions
cold
dripping
as
in
fuck,
gravy.
and I
A
can
triple
actually
meat
take
bacon
the cold.
cheeseburger
I'm
with
hard as
everything
hell.
on the side. One cheese omelet with
Proud
ground
to
beef,
like it.
See, that's
tomatoes,
usually
onions,
me and
bell
Haley.
peppers,
We're
and
usually hot
jalapenos.
as
A
hell.
big bowl of fried okra
And then
with
when it was
ketchup,
like
1
-5,
pound of
we're
barbecue
still
meat,
hot.
and
Yeah,
a
because
loaf
she
of
wears a
white bread,
jacket all the
3
damn
fajitas with
time.
all
She
the
really
toppings,
doesn't.
a
I've
Pizza
seen her
Hut meat
multiple
lover's
times without a
pizza,
coat
a
on.
pint of Bluebell
Oh, you
vanilla
should
ice
see her
cream,
period.
a slab
That's
of
all
peanut
she
butter
damn
fudge
wears.
with crushed peanuts on
Oh.
top,
Single
and
fucking
3
egg.
burgers.
Wait, so she doesn't
The fact
put
that
on
he was executed,
pants?
the Texas prison system allowed such
I'm gonna
giant
fucking
orders,
punch
so his
you.
request was
Hey!
accepted.
Just think that boys don't have to see your underwear
Claiming
every
that he
day.
just wasn't hungry. As of
You don't have to
2011,
see my
Texas has
underwear
stopped
every day.
granting last
What?
meal requests.
Your grandparents?
Number 3 is potentially relatable to
I do not want to
us.
see you in your
Serial
underwear.
killer Eileen Wuornos apparently wasn't very hungry at all when she was on death row. Her final meal
Why?
request was just a cup of coffee. To be fair, however, before requesting a meal, she had
Okay,
a
whatever.
hamburger and some other snacks at the local prison canteen, so she was probably already full. We're almost at the strangest request on this list, but our number 2 spot comes pretty close to topping it. Philip Workman was executed for murdering a police officer, and he apparently didn't actually want a last meal. Instead, he requested that the prison would give a large vegetarian pizza to a homeless person in Nashville. The prison refused said offer, but the request inspired people to bring hundreds of pizzas to homeless shelters on the day Workman was executed. That means he
Sorry,
actually
I just
caused
licked my
something
hand
good to
when I have
happen.
hair in my
Had he
mouth.
not killed someone, he could even be
I'm weird.
considered a good person. And finally,
Now
at
I'm
number
just gonna
1,
lay
and
here and eat my
potentially
middle
the
finger.
weirdest request on this list, we have James Edward Smith. Mr. Smith requested a lump of dirt. There's not much to say about this one. He apparently just really wanted to eat dirt before his death.
I've already
He
ate
denied
dirt.
this request and just gave him a cup of yogurt instead. Hopefully he enjoyed that yogurt as much as he would have enjoyed the dirt. And that's our list. Want to share some stories of last meals we may have missed? Let us know in the comments section. We love hearing from you. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to like the video,
Because we
share with
doesn't want
friends,
it- want
and
us-
subscribe
yeah,
to Top
but
Trending for
you
more
don't know
regular
about these
countdown videos
skills.
such as this one.
Let's watch Mr. Nightmare.
Alright.
You actually know who that is?
Yeah.
Come on. I'm okay.
We're doing pretty good so far.
Yeah.
You say that, it's probably gonna be cold as hell later.
Cold as hell right now. Let me find Mr. Nightmare. There he is. Ooh. Okay. Never mind. Haley's probably the only one watching. It's bad to say, these may be getting very weird and scary.
I was home alone one night during winter break. I was watching TV in our sunroom, which is like a smaller living
it's
room type
okay. It's
space
better
which
than
we
it
use as a
has
TV
been.
and movie room.
No, I'm just gonna be in
There
my
was also
underwear
a door
now.
to the side driveway
Like,
of this room.
why not?
I had all
I'm
the
under a
blinds shut
blanket.
and
Who
was under a
cares?
blanket watching some random movie I don't even remember. When out of
Why
nowhere,
do we
the
do that?
lights turn on outside. We have a motion sensing light out there, so the fact that it turned on was concerning. I had to
Okay.
lower the volume on the TV to listen up for any possible sounds. It was unlikely I'd hear anything
They're
from
under
outside
now.
though, so I lifted the blinds briefly just to do a quick check. It was clear. There was no way that I know of to shut off that light, so as annoying as it was, I just had to wait. I figured it was a raccoon or a possum or something that might have triggered the light. Though the more I thought about it, the less that made sense. So I put on my shoes and just walked around the driveway to ease my mind. No one was there, so I could go back to watching TV with a clear head. Some time passed, and I suddenly heard a bucket full of something fall over outside, and then the motion sensing light turned back on. The first time it happened, I was concerned, but now I was straight up scared. Someone or something was out there. I was hoping it was an animal, but I really started to doubt it. I didn't want to get up because the couch was actually the only blind spot from the door to the side, and I had a fear of getting up and seeing somebody standing at that door. I wanted to shut the TV now, but the remote was in the middle of the coffee table, and I was afraid to even move that much. I looked to the blinds, which were fully pulled shut. However, I wasn't looking at the blinds. I was looking at what I saw through the blinds. There was a perfect outline of a person standing on the other side, with their arms stretched out a bit from their body. I don't know how to describe in writing how I felt in that moment, but there was an intense feeling in my heart and stomach area, and I felt like it was harder to breathe. That's how scared I was. I got up from the couch as quietly as I could, but before I could even get to the door that separates the sunroom and the dining room, the person on the other end started knocking aggressively on the window. I wanted to scare them away somehow, but I was too scared to go out there, so I screamed in a shaky voice, "I'm calling the cops." I stood by the doorway for a second to see if they stopped, and they did. But I saw the shadow beyond the blinds move towards the door, and I saw some old, crazy-looking woman with wiry hair on the other side of the door. For a moment I felt less intimidated, until she started banging on the glass of my door with both hands, screaming as if she were mental. I slammed the door to the sunroom and called 911. I reported some crazy, mental old woman attempting to break into my house. I was told to wait in a safe locked room with a weapon to defend myself until the police arrived. Any nightmare I ever had about a break-in came true when I heard glass shattering outside of the bathroom. I waited a minute after not hearing anything to slowly and quietly unlock and open the bathroom door. I peered into my living room, and there she was. The old woman with the wiry hair, standing in the middle of my living room in front of a broken window. She spotted me when I had the door open, and came rushing over to the door.
Right?
I screamed like the scared 17-year-old I was and slammed the door shut again. The old woman started knocking on the door and wouldn't stop. She was saying things under her breath on the other side, and I couldn't make out any of it. I was too busy crying and begging her to go away. I finally heard a bang at the front door, so I opened the bathroom window and screamed help. 2 cops came up to the window I was screaming through, and I begged them to crawl through the broken window out back. They assured me they'd be okay and they'll be right here. The knocking at the door stopped, and a sudden commotion was taking place outside. I heard the 2 cops scream at the woman to step away from the door. When I stepped out from the bathroom, the 2 cops had the insane woman detained. I'd imagine they did it pretty easily. The woman looked at me with a look of crazy in her eyes, and I looked away. It turned out the old woman lived in a nearby house with some woman who never leaves the house. None of the neighbors ever really see her. The old woman was messed up in multiple ways and belonged in some kind of special care place. My parents pressed charges on the younger woman because they felt as her supposed caretaker, she should have been held liable for allowing a mentally disabled person to break into someone else's house. Sadly, my parents lost the lawsuit, but the old crazy woman was out of our neighborhood at the very least, and was put in some kind of treatment center.
We can't see the chat.
Yeah, sorry.
I own a small house on a big property in the rural part of New York, and I go up there a bunch of times a year in the winter months to go skiing. There's a neighbor up there that I'd never spoken to once. There's a fence that separates our 2 yards. Then on the other sides of my house is woods for miles. There's another neighbor further down the road across the street, and I'd met him a number of times because he happens to go skiing too, so we got to know each other based off that. I went up this past January for the first time in the season. As I walked up to the front door, I heard a kid laughing nearby in the neighbor's house's direction. I figured they had kids, which was news to me. Stepping into the house for the first time each season was always weird. A house that would be empty for a majority of the year, so I'd have to turn on the water and heat and everything, of course. The first night, I slept like a baby after the 4-hour drive from Connecticut. The next morning, after eating breakfast and changing into my ski gear, I went outside and found a big red ball sitting in the snow on my front lawn. It wasn't there the day before, so I assumed it belonged to the neighbors. I took the ball and threw it over the fence separating our properties. Then I went off to the ski lodge to meet my friend, and we spent the day skiing. When I got back, it was dark out. I'd eaten dinner with my friend, so I was ready to go to bed. Walking to the front door, I noticed that once again, that big red ball was sitting on my front lawn. Now it was getting a bit odd, but once again, I threw that red ball over the fence. I woke up in the middle of that night to laughing outside. A kid's laughter. It was like 2 or 3 a.m. A kid playing outside made no sense. I went to look out my window. I couldn't see any kids though, and now the laughter had stopped. However, I did see something sitting on my front lawn. I couldn't tell from the window, so I went outside into the snow in my slippers and robe, and saw that red ball once again sitting in the snow. I got chills as I saw it in the same spot once again. I took the ball, and this time instead of throwing it over the fence, I brought it inside my house. I went back to sleep, not hearing any laughter outside again that night. The next morning, before going skiing again, I walked over to the neighbor's house, knocked on the door, and finally introduced myself. Surprisingly, he was an elderly man who seemed completely innocent. I questioned the child's laughter I kept hearing, and the ball that kept ending up on my lawn. He told me there were no kids around there. I got chills again. I thanked him, shook his hand, and went back to my house. I left the red ball in my living room, then drove back up the mountain and had another day of skiing with my friend. When I got back to the house that night, I was completely exhausted and ready to go home the next day. I threw all my stuff on the couch and figured I'd pack it all up tomorrow. I literally crashed into the bed as my whole body was sore, and I fell asleep like a baby. Except I woke up to a kid's laughter outside again. I jumped out of bed and ran to the window to look outside. There was the red ball, sitting in the snow again. I ran to the living room and tore the room upside down looking for the ball. I still know to this day I'd left it in there when I left, but it wasn't there now. I suddenly didn't feel alone in the house. I turned on every light as I packed up all my wet gear into my bag. I threw everything in the bag so I'd be ready to go if shit hit the fan. I made sure all the doors and windows were locked, and they were, so it made no sense. I left the lights on and went back to my room, shutting off only those lights. I looked out the window, and far behind the red ball, out in the snow, was what looked like a kid. A kid just standing stiff, looking towards my window. I ducked down and closed the blinds. I closed the blinds to every window in my house. I tried my best to just go to sleep and ignore it. It was a long hour before my exhaustion overcame my fear, and I fell asleep. I woke up the next morning, skipped breakfast, packed up the car, and sped the hell away from there, not looking back to the red ball that was still on my front lawn. I've never had anything to be stolen in that house, so I was okay with leaving it in this situation. Either way, I can't figure out how whoever was out there got into my house to take the ball out in the first place, and that child's laughter still haunts me. But the scariest part of the whole experience was seeing that child standing outside in the cold snow in the middle of the night. Had that ball not been taken out of my living room somehow, this whole thing would be different. But because of that, I don't know what to think.
It sounds like Pennywise, a red balloon or a red ball.
Yeah, it honestly does.
My roommate George and I met through work. We live 15 minutes from the office and carpool together every day. To get right into it, recently we got a new neighbor. As recent as 2 weeks ago, actually. We didn't see him unpacking or anything. We never even saw what he looked like. We didn't even know if he was a man or a woman, or how many
We're gonna
people
finish
moved
this
in.
and stop watching Mr. Diamond.
say
I don't know
he
why, but
because
that one
obviously
actually
we found out eventually.
Oh.
I have no clue.
See, okay, Haley, I'm about to teach you something about Cameron.
I hate fucking scary shit.
Okay, yeah, and he's very, 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 very easy to scare. Last time I spent the night, we watched it. Well, like, second to last time, and he made me walk into the bathroom and stand right there while he did his business.
No, I said,
A man
wait
was holding
outside.
and staring through
And it closed the damn door.
Yeah.
George and I looked at each other and kept walking, agreeing that was both insanely awkward and creepy. Now we knew already he was not going to be the best of neighbors. That night at around
You just
started
look
hearing
creepy,
noises coming from
Cameron.
outside. It's warm where we live year round, so the windows are
Oh, I
always
thought
open.
that was with teeth.
I went to go look outside. My room is upstairs, so it kind of overlooks the neighbor's backyard, which was where the sound was coming from. I saw the neighbor. He was some big-looking guy wearing a hoodie with the hood up, which was weird given that it was like 72 degrees out, and he was sawing a big piece of wood. It was a ridiculous scene. I went to go knock on George's door. Apparently he was already awake from the noise too. We had work early the next morning, and what this guy was doing at this hour was nuts, and it went on for some time. We agreed to go over and ask him politely to stop. Since he was outside, we knocked on the gate instead of the door. Just as we did, the sawing stopped. We expected the gate to open any second, but it never did. At least the sawing stopped though, so we went back to sleep. It wasn't until a few nights later that we heard noises in the middle of the night again. I woke up, but couldn't figure out what the sounds were right away. Not until I got to the window and realized the sounds were screams. The screaming seemed to be coming from inside the house next door, and I saw the neighbor outside in his backyard again. He was hurrying into his house, but he was dragging something. I couldn't tell what. Then he stopped and looked up at my window. I moved away from the window as soon as I realized. I ran to George's door. He was already awake from the noises too. He got on the phone with the police right away to report this. I stood right by his doorway the whole time listening. Then there was a slam from downstairs. It was our back door. We looked at each other with horrified looks on our faces. George yelled into the phone to send help because the man just entered our house. While he stayed on the phone with the cops, I went to the hallway and then to the stairway. I looked down the stairs and listened. There was creaking in the floorboards down there. I tiptoed back to the door. He told the woman on the line to have the police come in through the back door immediately and then hung up. There's no lock on his door, so we pushed up against the door in case, God forbid, the man tried to open it. I heard footsteps coming up the stairs fast.
Why doesn't
Then the
anybody just get a
bathroom door
gun
opened.
and shoot these fuckers?
Footsteps then moved quickly to George's door. We began to push as hard as we could. The man tried pushing the door open, ramming it, and then hitting it with some kind of blunt object. And that was the exact reason we didn't try to overpower him. We didn't know what kind of weapons he could have. No matter what he did, though, he couldn't push through the door. We heard
You
him go
don't probably own
downstairs,
guns.
and all was quiet.
Yeah.
A few minutes passed, and we finally decided to open the door and peek outside. It wasn't in the hallway.
Mhm.
Suddenly, we heard a man shout police in a deep, commanding voice. George and I ran downstairs in relief, but when we got there, we didn't see any police. I noticed right away, however, that someone was hiding behind our dining room table. I told George to run back upstairs with me, and then the man hiding behind the table got up and chased us up the stairs. This time we went to the bathroom where we could at least lock the door.
What are you guys gonna do? I'm
Because once
sex.
again, we heard someone shout police downstairs, this time for real. The man banging on the door stopped, and there was silence upstairs. George and I screamed, up here, and the two police officers came up the stairs, yelling at the man to drop his weapon. We heard the sound of a knife being dropped to the floor, and when the police told us to come out, we did. They brought him out to the police car in cuffs and put him in the back seat. We told the officers to check his house because we heard screams. They went in with guns drawn as another cop car pulled up in front of our house, and then two more cop cars pulled up 2 minutes later. We were shocked to see the cops come out of the house with a woman crying hysterically. She had been locked in his basement, and she was pressed up against the door, screaming as loud as she could. There was also a dead body in the bag the man had been dragging in the backyard. We didn't find out the whole story behind who this woman was, or who the dead body was, but we're pretty sure the man was going to jail for life. The house is now back up for rent. We're just hoping somebody normal moves in.
Wow, holy shit. Okay, now Cameron's gonna do what he always does. Listen to something cool and then watch some funny videos.
Yeah, that's what my mom told me, is watch, when you get scared of stuff, watch something funny straight afterwards.
Why? What you want to do is go to sleep straight afterwards, and then just let it haunt to you.
Just turn off the damn light. Oh, that's bright. Holy shit.
Yeah, fuck. I just realized I'm still in my underwear. Why are you laughing?
Just look at that. Oh, fuck, I just hit my head so hard.
That's funny.
Oh, I just hit my head so hard. God, that hurt. Oh. I thought my pillow was there. This one?
Sure. I don't know why, I just feel so comfortable now since I'm in my underwear. Hang on. I didn't see that one.
Doesn't matter. Yo, wait. I have a question. Can you see this side of the screen like what we're watching? Yeah, no, but I'm just making sure.
Okay.
No, hold on, actually. Yeah, you can see this side like what we're watching?
Yeah.
Alright.
Wow, that is weird. That's never actually worked before.
No, like, so see.
Hang on.
No, I'm doing this so like they can see what the title is.
Okay.
And so that way we don't get copyrighted.
Yeah, see, we're not doing this illegally or any shit.
Alright, try not to laugh. If you laugh, you get slapped.
Okay. Best for you too, Haley. You know where you live.
Grab her ass, swing.
Why? 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 That's why they would look like you. God! Stop asking the attic.
I'm not. I'm like, honestly, no, I'm literally trying to stay warm, so I'm just doing like this.
Get under your blanket. Both of them.
Let's go.
And I'm just gonna take off my t-shirt.
Yeah, what the fuck not?
I asked you where you were. At same.
Okay, now I'm just doing nothing. Oh, shit, you're the same.
Yep. Nothing, but we're nothing.
Yeah, technically. Then again, it is hard. And right now, I am nothing but my underwear. Well, quick, let's change that. I'm just kidding. I'm not doing that.
Me though.
Yeah, that is you. Then you fall on your ass and pop right back up and laugh. Chips. You like chaps, and I like chaps.
We've almost me though. All these flips and falling down from high places are me. I don't know why.
Yeah. It's me knowing something, just letting you hit me with it.
Look, we've been streaming for 52 minutes now.
That would be you.
Go on then, show me
Like, nothing can stop me. Dumbass. Hey, I was just about to try to catch you.
Yeah.
And now you went belly flop.
Me.
You.
I feel like I would be doing that.
Yeah, not just be laughing. What? Why? That would be me and you. You would be guiding me. I would just be on it. Huh? Get under my blanket so the camera doesn't see me.
Yeah, no, it's close though.
I don't mind the camera seeing my face. It's just the rest of my body. Hi.
What's up, Turner? You're crushing me over here.
Okay,
It's
good.
my YouTube channel. Quit pushing me out the damn frame.
What if Haley just starts watching this and she flicks it up when we say what we're in and she just starts like, yeah, faster! And she just yells that. Really? That would be me. I would be the one with the fire extinguisher. You'd be the one getting swayed.
Yeah, probably.
Shit, now I want to go get my cologne and a lighter. So I guys, we're going to be out of the same for a sec. What just got me?
You're on my pillow. Not even on my fucking pillow.
What? I've been laying on it. Have you not noticed that?
No. I was wondering where it went this whole entire time.
And then I just got raped in the ass by the wood. Cover up my nakedness. Whatever happened to yelling, this is Sparta? Hang on.
No, not like that. Oh, God. The wind's too far back when you do that. Yes, you gotta see where everything.
It died.
What died?
This is Sparta! That.
Oh.
Hi.
Hi, okay.
Hello from the other
Oh my God, shut up, you
side. Oh, fuck!
Quit screaming. Remember, we're still outside though, but you can hear us really well.
Fuck!
Yeah, shut up.
Why?
You know what's up, yours?
Okay! Give me the scissors, Cameron!
God damn it,
Wait, which one? Me or him?
Bye.
Which one?
You said all of our hair. Oh, bro, I can't.
Yeah, we kind of can't because we can't show that on camera.
No, okay, it's just,
Okay, Cameron, time to cut all your hair with scissors.
I don't
His
like
girlfriend would probably kill me if we did that.
Actually, I made a deal with, you know, I was talking about Zach earlier. I made a deal with him. He has long hair about down to here. If I shave mine, and we can't, I'll probably do it for another video. Oh my God, it's too close to my face.
And yes, I will be there. Oh yeah, Adam, he wants me to go bald.
Why?
Okay, now we gotta try now. I'll be right back. I'm just kidding. No,
I mean, if you want to jump down, you could.
no, I am not.
I'm gonna be the one-
You can jump.
I'm gonna be the one getting down from here, even though the water's knocked down.
Why? I barely have any hair left.
No, actually, just sit up though.
Yeah. Fuck.
No, like we'll sit up. Like hold on. Like sit up and just get in the frame. Like no, like sit close together because that's probably gonna be. Actually, no, I'll move over. Oh God, that's so cold.
Guys, if you see any of our underwear, we're sorry.
Who cares?
I
You
can't.
should look at my nipples. Get body heat. Body heat.
Oh no, I ain't a fucking penguin. You know these hype of what you was doing?
Oh my God, we're gonna start watching.
Hi.
Hi. She's watching now, Tyler. Happy? My girlfriend.
Oh.
Hi. How are you?
Hi.
We should play Monopoly face to do
We
it.
should. And then I'm just gonna whoop your ass at it.
I don't got no shirt on or no shorts or no
Me
pants.
neither.
Yeah, we're just.
And we're not gay. We both have girlfriends and they're both watching. I'm making that clear right now, Kaylee. We're watching videos.
We're doing a 24-hour challenge while we're, up here on top of the attic. We can fall down right there, so.
Do not fucking scare us.
Like, fall down that way. So, I'm not gay.
Neither am I.
If I was gay, I wouldn't be dating you.
See, look, we are in our underwear, but we're not gay. Haley, I am fucking pansexual, not gay. Okay? There's a difference.
Yeah, get it.
Then again, you learn something new about your boyfriend every day.
We're just gonna keep it like this for a while.
Okay. Kenny, why don't you just go fuck George, okay? If you want, I can give you her address.
950.20. Second place, Jody Byron.
Come back to it.
Sounds like death in the background. Really? Hang on, Kaylee.
Nipples! Gotta cover them nipples! Gotta cover them
Why the
nipples!
fuck you didn't cover your nipples? You don't have nipples.
Yeah, there's. I got me nipples!
Okay. Move on.
Oh, be nice. You guys can sit together.
Oh, whatever.
Seriously?
Okay. Ah, fuck! That's your girlfriend, so you can deal with the death sounds.
What's up,
I'm
Jaden?
not gay.
We're not gay, Jesus Christ. Jaden, your girlfriend's calling me gay. You're offended.
Hey, at least my girlfriend knows how to shut up about that. Oh, fuck! Wait!
Stop raping you like it.
I don't like it. Haley, whose side are you on?
My side. Look. Baby shark doo doo, baby shark doo doo.
Okay.
Pissed off shark doo 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 doo, pissed off shark doo doo doo.
Shut up!
Oh shit.
Kaylee, I wasn't asking you.
But I was asking this.
Oh. It's up your card.
Alright, hold on, just give me a second.
See you came in the hot fuck. He actually knows what that means. What? Haley, do you have a dildo?
Pissed off shark doo doo doo, baby, pissed off shark doo. You gotta cover your nipples.
Okay. There.
Oh yeah, sexy. Oh god. Please don't demonetize me, I know I'm weird.
Trust me, Kaylee's already seen me without my shirt off. And I don't like being on camera
So that's
with my shirt
basically.
off. I am not gay!
So
I need a
I
piss.
don't recommend this iron.
Take the bucket and I am not looking.
I got underwear on. Don't worry. Ow. Oh, it's beat you so hard. Pee over here on your backpack.
Don't! I've been covering myself. He hasn't. What do you think I've been doing this entire time?
Are you okay?
No?
Alright, I'm gonna do.
Use the bucket.
It's not the bucket.
Really?
Come on. It's hard to see so much.
I kind of want to push him and out of the attic right now.
Push me after you see that girl.
Oh, hell no. Katie said same. Okay. Oh, it's only
No.
by Haley. Time to go, Cameron.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll cover my eyes. And Kaylee won't see it, so we're fine. Oh shit, he's actually peeing. Really?
I need to take the picture.
What the fuck? Katie says bye.
Bye, I love you.
Slow. Real slow.
Oh, that actually hurts like a bitch when you get on me.
Like that.
That sounded sick. God.
Okay, now I kind of need to go to the bathroom now.
What?
I need to go to the
I
bathroom.
need a piss.
Yeah.
Alright, go, bud. Go. Go. You gotta go.
Here's the thing, I cannot get up.
You alright, babes?
I can't do what did you just say?
No, I can't.
Alright,
I just don't want to see his dick. I'm not gay. I'm like you.
Baby shark doo baby shark doo. The fuck is broke? Oh, this thing's breaking. That's what. That's my no.
Oh.
That's my fucking board, so I don't fall off in the middle of the night. You're making that.
Yeah, I should. And hang on, I'm gonna go take a piss.
No, them me beast.
Cameron, look, you fucking gay.
Hi. Got my titties there.
What the fuck?
My titties jiggling. God, I hate my life.
Yeah, it's on the crazy one.
Wow, you're gonna trip me, Tyler?
No.
It's covering my nipples. She said I want one thing. No. What? Take this off of me so I can just go. Oh yeah, sexy. She said it.
Are you sexy and you know it, Cameron?
I'm sexy and I know it. Oh yeah.
Oh shit, this one was so loud. Yes, it was. It was so I got that shit and don't ask why I still have that song in my
What?
I'm sexy and I know
I'm
it.
sexy and I know it, Donna. She said you need some help. Oh, you know, there's nails right here. I was forgot about that. I was just about to lean my
Hey,
head back.
Kaylee, will you kill me if I kill him? Oh, fuck.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Oh, fuck, he's gonna be my voice. Hey, why would you kill me if Cameron does? Oh, fuck.
How bad was that bite?
Wait, you bit me? I thought you scratched me.
Oh, that was mine. Yeah,
I've
fuck.
heard mixed reviews. I've heard it's good for you. I've heard
Ah,
do
fuck.
it. But hey, we can try something. I'm sure
Our girlfriends are getting on the same time. This is bad, Tyler.
Let's do it.
We gotta stop them. We gotta make
Okay.
them hate each other.
Oh my god.
Why?
Because.
Oh my god. What the f? I don't even think this should be in nobody's body. Here
The
we
thing
go.
is, I don't even know your girlfriend's last name.
God, I did that bad. Holy
Yeah.
shit, I feel bad for you.
And I usually make people bleed when I bite them.
What the f? What's that? What the f?
Really? Hey, it said cover your nipples.
Hey, come on.
Okay, good for you. I don't give a shit about Lion King. I've never seen it in my life.
I don't even seen any of that. So.
Hey, I've acted it out. I've just never seen it. I'm with you, Amy. What even is Kaylee's last name?
Kaylee's last name?
Yeah. Huh?
Gian.
Oh.
Kaylee Nicole Gian.
Yeah, Cameron Thomas Sutterfield.
Hey, Diggory.
Yeah,
Your middle name is the exact same as my girlfriend's last name.
that's weird. Why? Taking
I don't know.
I'm taking your potato chips.
Okay.
No, 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 no,
That sounds kind of good.
My bag was pretty much full still.
I'm just gonna be wearing Pikachu now. Like, might as well eat our breakfast. Who gives a shit about breakfast?
Actually, let's save that for breakfast because we're not allowed out until 2 p.m. My full name is
Uncle
Katie.
Tyler, let him know it's you. He's scared.
The only thing is, I'm Irish.
Pick the damn thing up.
Hey, Cameron, are you Irish?
Yeah, fine.
Just wondering. What percent?
That hurts.
Okay, here's the weird thing. So you know how Irish and Scottish people are always fucking fighting?
What is it?
Can
you say
I'm bored. 50 Irish, 49 Scottish, 1% Japanese. Hey, I do not have any fucking muscles, you know that. Oh shit, do not snap my arm.
3?
Do not snap my arm. Hey, maybe I should
No,
snap
it's
so I may have broken arm.
Yeah. Let me get this pause thing out the way.
There. Hey, what would you do if Cameron killed you?
I wouldn't kill you. I just break your arm and beat your ass and make you almost dead. When people say I'm gonna kill you, and it's like, oh, Missy just threatened me. It's like, good opportunity. It's like, it's not a
Okay.
threat, and I'm actually gonna do it.
Oh no! Here's the thing though, I find out that the student at my school, and he's like, his teacher's like, is that a fucking threat? I'm like, no, it's a goddamn promise, okay?
What's really about that shit eating, but these are so good.
And then I was told a bet, and I actually started to try to kill the person. I was choking him before they got me off of him. Die!
Oh, the light fell off.
I have a bottle. No, never mind. I could be a Mexican parent with a shoe.
Shit on.
A shoe. Mexican man's bitch! Oh, hell no! Like, that's spinning around. Fuck that. Oh, fuck! Yeah, I think your boyfriend's gay, Cameron. Okay, whatever.
Hold my beer, man. Watch it.
Please tell me that got hit.
What happens if one of us needs to take a shit?
You got a bucket. Okay, here's what I'm gonna say. Do what I do. Hold it for 3 fucking days and then release it. Why you don't fly a drone on a boat, dumbass?
Doing this. Just want to see how it goes.
Yeah, that's just fucking stupid. Anybody with a brain will know that. Hey, I thought Pandas was supposed to be in Asia.
Yeah, shut up.
Fuck it. You know, if you wouldn't have said that, I would have kept my shirt on.
See?
Okay, are you high, Haley?
After 10 minutes of being outside in my sweatiness, the egg did not cook.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Really? But if you had weed, I would have just joined you. My parents won't let me smoke any anymore.
Night, number 2.
The fuck?
I'm glad they didn't see that. Yeah!
No, get you with your hands, dumbass. Hey! What the fuck? I knew that was gonna happen.
Huh?
Here, real quick, play the hardest version of try not to laugh that you can find. And bet I will not laugh the entire video. With water in my mouth.
You know what video I'm playing, right?
Go ahead.
He's in the frame, bro. I don't take off if I give him.
Oh, sure.
I come home and I pet my dog. You see,
It's like the baby's never had blood on his face
one of the most
before.
relaxing things
You get
you
used
could
to it.
possibly do. Okay, we're done.
Just shoot the dog already. At least it's not me with the shotgun. That's how my bad where I went, whee! Fuck. Was it on my pillow?
Just wanted to say happy birthday, and I hope you have the best New York City birthday ever. My, what a year it's been. This time last year, oh God, who knew, not the food. I'm okay. I'm okay. Have a great time with Coco tonight. God darn it. I just done my hair and makeup. Ugh. Love you so much. Happy birthday.
I hate you too.
Hang on. If I have to do that, means you have to go to the video with that kind of guy, though, okay?
Alright.
That one was funny, the one with the whole shit on it. That was funny. I'm
Alright,
gonna watch
drink
it.
water. Okay.
Get it, Barbara, get it. Thing. Yeah, I got it.
I'm so sorry. Can you come on over? You can do it. Yeah.
All right, come on. Show us how it's done.
It's this one right here, Hi. Pull it really hard.
I still want to swallow water.
Hi guys, welcome back to another video. And today I'm going to swing, jump off, and try to go down the zip line twice. Okay, so let's do it.
Surprise soul. Just to finish it off.
Oh, so hot. That's why I spit it out, because I was fucking fell off.
Call me Daddy.
Could you do this? Like.
sleepy. Oh my gosh. No. Gosh, the carpet. Thank goodness for plastic tape.
Okay, I'm sorry. You just gotta teach that kid how to do it correctly then.
Every time somebody spits it out, you spit your water or swallow it.
Okay.
Because that's just disgusting when you hold water in your mouth. You know?
I want to give you guys a quick gardening tip on how to consolidate your bonds here. We've got an overstuffed dumpster, so we're just going to pack it down. Here we go.
Oh. Go down there. Look.
That was to your bed too. That was belonging to your bed.
God, I feel like we should get like another board and put it like right here.
Stop. Just read the whole thing.
Okay, let's go back to our challenge.
I think I'd be safe over there, like actually.
Yeah.
Because,
But if we're switching, that means I get the beanbag.
alright, because like this side right, it's perfect and all, it's just, that can support your weight better, but this can also support your weight just a little bit less.
Yeah.
It's just, don't want to fall off, and I roll around like actual hell.
Okay.
We're gonna move around, guys.
If you guys see anything you look like, just close your eyes. Say no.
Hold on, we're gonna actually do this real quick first.
Okay, there, now you guys don't have to see us in our undies.
Alright, move
I
this.
just had to do that and meet my underwear right there. I did not. Don't blame
I
that.
get your pillow and you get my pillow.
No.
Good.
Not going soft.
Okay, you're not gonna be able to just like, oh god, I almost actually fell
What
off.
the fuck? I just said something on my break.
You just
Oh,
what?
that's so wet over here.
Because I kept spitting off that little section.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I didn't piss just yet. Give me my blanket! Give me my fucking blanket!
Now, Cameron.
What?
See?
What?
You, him.
No. Actually, just let's leave the. I'll give it to you when we're going to bed, okay?
No, I'm gonna use it. You can also lay on it too.
You know what I mean? Like, scoot over, we're gonna put him up here, that's why I'm saying that.
No, I don't want to put him
Took the
up.
clipper off.
Fucking
pussy.
I'm not a pussy.
We need to get Mom.
Hey, it's a pussy. I'm not.
Alright, move.
Hang on.
Yo, what's up, bros? We're up here. We're out here.
Who's like
Yo,
the
what's up?
Who's the one person watching?
Oh,
Anyway.
What, you hear me?
Alright, scoot over actually a little bit, so like that way I can get in. I'm gonna put my pillow right here, so I can lay
Let me
my
have the bloody tea back then, bitch.
Oh, you got your pillow, I get my pillow.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Wah wah. Wah 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 wah. Wah 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 wah. Wah wah. Wah 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 wah.
Okay. Can you guys see me, Mondies?
You getting the shirt?
No, I'm getting me back.
Alright, I could give
No.
No, I'm giving it to you guys. Sit the fuck down. No, like actually sit the fuck down. Move back so I can actually sit it down. Just so I can sit it down. Oh god, that's so cold. That's so cold.
It is.
Alright, you can't push me out of frame.
Hang on!
Get
I'm
the-
trying to get my blanket.
Just sit crisscross applesauce like a normal person on the beanbag.
Who sits crisscross applesauce on a beanbag? Why?
Because you get your legs stretched.
I'm stretching out my leg. Why?
She said, your girlfriend does as well.
Why? You guys are crazy.
No, like I'm saying that because you're also leaning forward, so
Yeah.
like get in the frame. That's what I'm telling you to do that. Actually, put a shirt on.
Boom.
Put
I got a blanket, bitch.
Alright.
Ouch.
Ouch.
Well, hold it. It's got
Haley, if you had to decide between me or Cameron, who would it be? Be honest, okay?
Those are your switches. Oh god. It's like, what the fuck are these? Who do you think's gonna win this challenge? Tyler or me? Who do you think's gonna
What
go down
challenge?
first?
You go down?
Who do you think's gonna go down first?
Yeah, honest.
Honest, who do you think's gonna go down
But
first?
no, if you had to, Cameron's question, and if you had to pick between me or him. Honest.
God damn, boss. I look sexy right now. Sorry. Sorry. Look so damn sexy. Sorry. Flump tip time. I'm pretty sure I'm the one. Tyler.
Okay, what about question number
Fuck
2?
you. He's gonna go down first.
What
He has
you
to
doing,
leave
man? Put
fucking
the egg
first.
down. Put it down.
Okay, thanks.
You just want to say
Hey, okay, that's enough. Back up. Back up. What are you doing,
I'm
man?
making you go down by bruising you and breaking your
Why'd
arm.
you do that?
I'm gonna break his arm so he goes down first.
I've heard us kill you, and I can just lay here with a broken arm. I've done it before with the leg. I will be fine. No joke,
Look, a dollar.
Hey, no. No joke, honestly, I broke my leg. I just sat there.
I'll pay you $1 if you go down first.
Not happening. Hang on, technically that's already my daughter. I'll help you do your chores.
We actually need to have a fist fight.
We already know you're gonna win.
Oh, smart.
Hey, Cameron.
Yeah?
You had to put, hang on. Real quick, we're gonna do a Q&A.
Hello?
Haley. If you have a question, put it in the chat and we can.
Hello.
Well, here's the thing. We're gonna have a Q&A real quick. We can ask each other questions, and Haley, you can just put them in the chat if you want to ask a question. And we can ask you questions too, Haley.
No, we're not asking her questions.
Why?
Because.
Okay, well, Cameron, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
If you had to pick between my girlfriend or yours to actually date and start a relationship
My
with...
girlfriend.
Okay.
I already know that. Where that's going.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, you have a
3, 2,
question.
1, go. Oh, shit. 1, 2, 3, go. Fuck. Keep
Do
asking.
you have a question, Cameron?
I'm trying to think.
Oh, yeah, and it can be as weird as you want it to be.
Have you ever had sex with your dad?
No.
It's not as weird as you want it to be, okay?
Yeah, I know.
Hold on, just put this right here.
Oh, shit, you're about to punch
No,
me?
no, it's soft, actually. Like, feel
Yeah,
soft.
but where you hit me, it can actually knock me out.
That actually hurt a little bit. Your head is
That
like...
tickled.
No, when I did that, my hand went...
Yeah, have you fucked your dad?
No.
Good.
Alright, next question you have to ask Tyler.
That's just...
No.
Okay, what's your
No,
question,
Jesus.
Ruby?
Fist fight. Winner gets $10,000.
You don't even have $10,000.
What you want to bet?
I want to see the money.
It's my bank account. My bank account? I mean, my mom's credit. No, I'm just joking.
Well, Haley, what's your question? Have you ever sucked a dick?
No.
You would not like the answer if
You?
I said it.
Is it? Oh, God. I need to pee.
There's a bucket over there. Have fun. Just fucking pee your underwear.
No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I'm clean. It's cold. Like, honestly, like, I need to stretch. I think
Hang on, Haley, real quick. I have a question for you.
No, I think we should have made it the full entire garage so we can at least stretch.
Oh,
You want to say every hour, 30 minutes, we're allowed to go down and stretch?
yeah. How about we just, because, you know how we have all that open space down there? Or if we just go stretch there and just, lay down
No.
flat.
I mean, I need to actually walk. Well, I'm not going to be able to. So every
Well,
hour.
real quick, Haley, I have a question for you. Have you ever sucked dick?
Quit punching me.
Stop. Stop. I call assault. What the fuck? You have a dildo? Hang on. Okay, I got another question for Haley then. Do you actually have a dildo and your finger doesn't count?
No. This is getting too appropriate. Shut up. I'm trying to not get demonetized. If I get demonetized, you know what's gonna happen?
What?
I'm killing you.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright.
Here, answer that question on Hangouts. And I'll just see it off cam. What the fuck?
Alright. Put your fucking shorts on and shit, my dude. Guys, it's been an hour and 30 minutes, so we're gonna take our stretching break.
Yeah, I'm not.
No, actually do it.
No, I don't need a stretch.
Do it.
I don't need a stretch.
Do it. I'm gonna
I
fucking push you off the damn thing if you don't.
I don't need a stretch.
Mainly because I'm scared to go down by myself.
I can watch you. I'll have a bird's eye view.
No, come on, actually. Stretch.
Why?
Stretch or you have to break up with your girlfriend. It's a man's word.
A what?
It's a man's word.
What does that mean?
If you don't do it, then you're not a man.
Okay, fine, I'll stretch.
No, like actually get up and walk.
I don't need to walk to stretch.
Get down. I just want to do a pull up, that's why.
Then do a fucking pull up. Go down here, grab onto the ball, be like, what? There. There, I just stretched. Okay, hi. Stop. Cameron, do you have a question?
Yeah, I got a question. Why the fuck are you so scared to go down, right?
I don't want to go down.
Snack breaks in. We gotta go get something to eat every hour and 30 minutes. You wanna do that instead?
I have cereal.
No, come on.
I have this.
Come on. If you don't come down, you wanna break up with your girlfriend. If you don't go down, you're breaking up with your girlfriend. Man's word.
Why? I'm not lazy. I just don't want to go down. I have a feeling there's somebody down there and ready to just fucking scare me or shoot me.
Well, you wanna die, don't you?
Eh.
Come on, please.
I really wanted to die, but then I got it back together with Haley.
Please. For my sakes and for Haley's sakes.
Okay, I'm not putting on underwear.
You don't have to.
Never mind. I'm not putting shorts on or a shirt.
You don't have to do anything. You get down there. You want me to go down first?
Yeah.
Alright.
It's like, no way, I'm fucking jumping here.
Yeah, she's saying please do it.
Please do what? Put shorts on? Or Cameron?
I have shorts on.
Please do what? Bye. Aren't you gonna?
Are you high?
What, the rattling?
Or you're actually high?
No, I have this tear in my ear. If I'm dead silent, then I'll just out of nowhere hear rattling.
No, are you high? Because your eyes are like...
I don't want to answer that.
Yes, you are. You're high. You have to go down first. No. You're fucking high.
I'm always fucking high.
No, look dead in the camera. Look dead in the camera and just look at your eye.
I'm always fucking high, man. I don't know why, but I can get high off of the...
Beep, 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 beep.
No joke, I don't know why I could just get high off of air.
Come on, you go first. I'm actually scared of something.
Okay, good, that's a truck engine.
What that really?
Yeah, because I did hear it, and that's usually like a truck engine trying to start. All cars do that. And then I heard...
Oh, there's water right here.
Which is why you're going down first.
God, I hate you so much. Hopefully you know that.
Yeah, I get that a lot, but I'm kind of getting mixed emotions with you.
Oh God, that sounds low.
No, not gay-wise. Like, you hate me sometimes, and then I'm okay others.
Oh, okay. Why the
That's
fuck
what I
is
meant.
My ass wet now. Ow, that hurt.
By the way, you gotta pull the ladder up. I'm not Tarzan. I lack upper body strength.
Positive.
What?
Pretty sure that's a fucking one.
Maybe. While you're going down first. You never want the high person to go down first.
You're actually not making me feel better at all.
No, it's a cat. You're fine.
If I die, tell my mom I hate her, and tell my girlfriend I love her and I'm sorry. Huh.
Nothing.
That'd be a weird thing to say.
No, here, if you actually do that, I'm gonna tell your mother that Cameron fucking hates you and he hated all your fucking guts. I say the word fuck as many times as I can.
I think next time we should just clean the water up there.
Yeah. Well, hey, I'll be right back. Well, we will. What if your dad's still awake and I just walk in my underwear?
Like, actually, it feels so good to stand up, though.
Yeah, it kind of does.
For every hour, 30 minutes, we'll walk out. It's not 3 hours, we'll walk out.
Trust me, you never want the high person to go first. Because if there is a motor down there, he will not tell you. You'd be like, hi, kitty. And then go try and pet it. I learned that the hard way with my cousin. And then I heard go try and I went, what? I had to jump out a window. I mean, you're not smoking.
You're like, don't land, you're like, don't land.
No, I heard something, and whenever I hear something, I automatically freeze and my ears will go that direction. If you ever actually notice me, when I hear a little noise, my ears will start pointing. My ears will point there and actually kind of move around a little while I'm trying to hear them. Ooh, Katie!
Oh my god, that scared the hell out of me. Go on, just keep going. Go. Go on, Ty. I'm actually so scared right now. Alright, pull the ladder up.
What?
Pull the ladder up.
Oh, he's gonna keep it. Hi, did anything weird happen while we were gone?
Holy shit, you scared the fuck out of me, bro.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Go on. Got pink stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Pull the ladder up. Pull the ladder up.
Okay.
That's what we decided on doing.
You got spoons and pink stuff.
I don't know if you'll remember. Oh god, that's loud.
Ooh, Kitty! You're just not gonna trust me anymore, huh? I fucking know.
Oh god, don't be that loud.
What?
That was like loud.
That was a spring.
I don't know, loud hell. Let me Whoa.
Haley, if this hurts you, I'm sorry. Came out, I don't give a shit.
What?
Did not hear me. Loud noises kind of hurt Haley.
Oh god, alright. God, you have to move it over this way. Where it goes. Oh, gosh. We're so close. Pull it back. Pull it back. Alright,
Yeah,
it's back. There we go.
There.
Oh, shit, now.
Say that's good?
I'm going to sleep now.
I'm gonna sleep there. Just under the ladder.
Alright, actually. We're gonna. Oh, is that stuck?
I don't know why, but how is it possible for me to get high off of air?
Alright.
I'm just kind of waiting for the ladder to fall now and get the shit out of you.
Try to do that as well.
Well, I'm just laughing.
Alright, pink stuff. I don't know if y'all ever tried this, but it's good as hell.
Hey, pink stuff, so that means it's got to be good. And I'm just gonna put it in my face now.
No, okay. Right, here you go. You gotta try the pink stuff. My grandma's recipe.
Okay.
I like a
After
cherry.
this, whatever. Yeah, no.
Eat it. Just spoonful. All of it. Is it good?
Mm-mm.
Oh god, yours is not good.
Yeah. It tastes like strawberries.
Yeah?
And strawberries are terrible. Unless they have chocolate.
It's not strawberries, it's cherries.
It tastes like strawberries, and I don't really like strawberries. Unless they have chocolate on them. So did anything weird happen while we were gone? Besides, I scared the shit out of him. Why? They're weird. They're weird. I don't trust them, and they don't taste that good. Okay. Do you want me to go get my bloodhound so you feel safe?
Aurora.
Kind of, yeah.
Everybody's weird in their own way, Haley. And I still love you.
Nice.
No, I do love her, Cameron. And everybody is weird in their own way. For an example, you.
Yeah. Somebody calls me weird. It's like, oh, thank you.
Like, no joke, I'll eat strawberries, I just won't like them.
Strawberries, pineapple, whipped cream.
Pineapples are good.
That's what's in here.
Pineapples are good. Why I don't play basketball? That's happened to me like 50 times. What? That's weird.
Probably air.
No, my mic is not that sensitive. No joke. And plus, my mic is being covered by my case.
Time to go inside?
Yeah, no. Time to get high.
Pick it up. There we go. Tackle it.
Behave. No, wait. On Friday, I'll behave.
Let it go. Let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. He's just waiting like, should I slap him? He's like singing the #1 worst song ever.
9. 5.
Is it weird I still have every lyric of that song memorized? He's like, just shut up about Frozen.
Hey, Jay. Did you put on your own pants?
You put in your own pants.
Okay, I swear there's a ghost in
You
here.
did great, man. Awesome.
Agreed.
It's okay, Haley. It's like, I memorized it for my little cousin so I can sing Let It Go at her house.
Sing.
Yeah, sing. Because I actually sing unlike you. I just don't sing in public. I'm humming the lyrics to it and he wants to kill me.
I'm gonna stab you with my spoon. Oh shit! Oh my god!
Oh, I thought somebody was coming up.
Why?
Because I thought I heard footsteps.
Can we please go back inside? You're actually scaring the fuck out of me.
Nah. You're the one who wanted to do the challenge. And plus, there's the thing, I'm hearing like a fucking hawk and a dog combined. I'll be good. And I'm a very light sleeper.
Hey, Lindsay. Last night was so fun. We should do that again. Wait, what? Who's that guy?
I don't know. I've never seen him before in my life.
How does he know your name?
Lucky guess?
Thanks, man. She said that.
Ow, my arm! Ow, Mason! Brett pushed me in a flesh and it hurts really bad.
Are you okay?
No, it hurts really bad.
Brett, what's your problem? I guess I took it too far. Yeah, you think? Come on.
Let me be you and my
Play some music?
little
Sure, go for it,
girlfriend.
bro. Yes!
I just pushed her.
Feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. You watch me beat it till I can't breathe. Shaking, falling on some money. Don't dance now, make money move. Now gotta dance, make money move. Do you wanna build a snowman?
Oh, I went around the hall.
Seen every song. I know some company. It's overdue. I started typing pictures on the wall. Right.
Okay, I'm dead. I'm dead.
Tell me what you want. What? I can't hear you. Tell me what you want. What you really, really want. Good thing I brought my speaker. Look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. Look what you just made me do.
How come I'd be the best with the music and you keep screaming?
Hey. Oops. Hey, did you just splash me with water? Wait, what? You splashed me. What? Listen, I'm a twin, man. Twin? What twin?
Goodbye.
I think we just need some time off. Fine. All right.
No, you stop.
What? You're pushing me. What? Hey, Lindsay, you started working out.
That's great.
brought you flowers.
I hate daisies.
Why?
Hey, new car.
Cool, Red. That's really cool. Are we gonna do this or not?
Yes. She's coming this way.
Wow, Brad, so this is the reason why you broke up with me?
Well, it looks like you moved on pretty quick too.
This is my brother.
How could that be me and you?
Jerry, I was like, what is going on? And I was like, dude, this is the most awesome thing ever. Oh, what's up, Brett? Hey, this is my new friend, Mark. What's up?
Oh, this is my new friend, Jared.
It's Ben.
Ben. We're like best friends. That's right.
All right, here we go.
Oh, we can do that, right, Ben?
No.
Let's go. Hey, check out Ben's new whip.
Oh, that's cute. Check out Mark's new whip.
Hey, girls. I'm Brent. This is Jerry. Ben. No one cares. Do you guys want to go on a date or something?
No, we already have plans tonight.
With us. Sorry, guys. Let's go.
Let's go, Jerry.
Hey, what's up, guys?
You know what? I'm gonna go home and watch some Game of Thrones.
You watch Game of Thrones too? Let's go watch it together. Yeah, let's go.
Hey, dude, this is one of my favorite songs.
Look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. Look what you just made me do.
How'd you do that? Hey, why have you had
Sing to every song.
Body like a back road, driving with my flow. His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. He's forming on his sweater already. The light where the sky meets the sea, and it calls me.
Fuck no. Fuck no. Get me out of here.
Hey man, can you take a picture of us, please? Yeah man, I got you. Thank you.
Hey, yo, make this. I got you a race car.
Oh my god, dude.
All right, Mason, who's it gonna be? Me or her?
Dude, I don't know, man. She's my girlfriend.
Come on, babe. Let's go.
Okay. But you my boy.
How could that be me and you?
Mom, I got a paper cut.
What? We need to get my baby girl to the hospital. Honey, stay strong. Stay strong. Oh, Jeannie, you're so funny. Oh, my arm got cut off. Call 911 or something. Shut up. I can't imagine. Sorry about that. Yeah. Hey.
What's up, man?
That is actually so true.
You're gross. Dude, your girlfriend's with another guy.
Bro, are you serious?
I knew she was cheating. So you're gonna cheat on him with this guy? This is my brother.
Really, Brent? Brent, what's your problem? Come on, Gracie.
I miss you.
Hey, who are you talking to on the phone over there, huh?
That was my grandma.
It was our grandma.
Dude, your girlfriend's with another guy.
Bro, will you stop trying to make her look bad?
They're kissing.
Gracie! We are through!
Come on. Dude, it's my crush Gracie.
Hey, Gracie! Brent, like... It's not unusual to be loved by anyone.
That be me and you. I just knew you might be the truth.
But when I see you hanging
Let's do a great that right now. Oh, fuck. It's on.
unusual to be loved by anyone.
Punch.
Oh, fuck! Got my ball!
Alright, guys, we failed the challenge. Yeah, screw all of you. I'm a pussy, I get it.